What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of Weekly Wine with me, your host, Shakera. It's hot. Let's not pull any punches. It's hot. I love that you can drink rosé all year round, but it's not lost on me that summer is the time to pound away at your favorite rosés. Now, I know you walk into your wine shop now into a full cascading sea of pink. How do you discern what you're gonna drink, what's good, what's not? I've thought about this a lot. Last time, I think we did it based on price point. This time we wanted to switch it up a little bit. So we're gonna do Old World Rosé versus New World Rosé. Some of my favorite rosés, obviously, Spain aside, are from the New World. California and right here in my home state of New York, Long Island makes some incredible wines that are absolutely delicious, and that is where we're gonna start. So we're gonna start with Wolfer Estates. Now, I've featured a couple of their other cuvées, shall we say, of rosé. We've done their Summer in a Bottle. We've done their Miraval. And that's because I really think this is one of the most solid wineries. If you live in New York or any of the surrounding areas, you should absolutely go and visit. It's beautiful. Hospitality is through the roof, and they just make great wines. Now, in the best way possible, I'm gonna call this a kitchen sink rosé because every grape under the sun is in it. Cab Sauv, Riesling, Gewurz, Grenache, you name it, it's in there. That it is harmoniously in there. Like me, you grew up with a bunch of gospel choirs. This is a mass choir. Lots going on, but it all comes together beautifully. Got me? All right, so let's give it a smell. We've done the distinction of fruity rosés and savory rosés, right? But there's a beautiful middle ground where you get these bright notes of fruits, but you also get the green leaves or tops that might be associated with that fruit. So here I'm getting fresh strawberry, but it's not there yet, right? So I'm getting a little bit of that greenness in it, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's like a yin and yang thing. So it's definitely red fruit on the nose with a little bit of greenness. Delightful. It smells like strawberry lip balm. Yes, strawberry lip balm. That's what I'm gonna call it. So, yay. Let's begin there with yay. This is Porch Pounder, Deck Guzzler. I don't know how many names there are for rosés that are completely quaffable, that you can drink guilt-free by yourself. If you're having some friends over and you want wine, but you don't want to be selective. You're not really trying to please everybody specifically, but you want everyone to be happy. This is a wonderful rosé. There's beautiful acidity in it, but not enough that would turn off the people that aren't really the lemonade lovers. There's nice fruit in here, even on the palate, that's tempering it down. So it's very harmonious the way it drinks. I've talked about distinguishing going to a barbecue or a cookout, right? A barbecue's got your basics. Some chicken, some burgers, some hot dogs, maybe a salad. No frills, you're just hanging out, have a good time. Come to any of my family's things and it's a cookout. There is a full meal, rice included. Yes, we really have rice at barbecues. So this is both a barbecue and a cookout wine. It works either way. It works with food, it works without food. This is definitely one, if you see it, it's really, really well distributed. Hold this up to your Vivino app, get it sent straight to your home. This is definitely one I want you to buy. If you're buying this, buy 3 bottles. It's affordable, it's delicious, it's ready to take anywhere you're going. Pour it in a canteen and take it to the park with you. If you have a play date and you don't really love the kids that your kids are playing with, pour that in a water bottle for you. Whatever you're into, this is a go-to rosé. Super easy, super drinkable, super enjoyable. Try Wolfer. So next up, we've got Just Pink. And this, you guys are excited now, right? Because our amazing film on Lafite Rothschild is coming out. And this winemaker was actually trained there. This is a beautiful blend of Pinot Noir, Syrah, and Grenache. And that trifecta, if you know those grapes separately, this is basically Destiny's Child in a bottle, right? This is Kelly, Michelle, and Beyonce all together. I'll let you decide which one is it. And do DM me and let me know why you chose Beyonce as Pinot Noir and why. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I love the color on this. And this is one of those, this is kind of sometimes where I think even I get a little bit I'm a little bit conflicted with like naming and labelings of wines, right? Because I can totally understand where you walk into a wine store and you see just pink and you're like, man, it sounds gimmicky, it's whatever. Meanwhile, this is a brilliant, brilliant winemaker doing amazing things all over the world. So sometimes give it a try. If you like the color pink and you see a bottle that says just pink, there's no reason not to get it, right? Obviously. Okay, so beautiful color. I love that this is more, all of these rosés, they're not that like electric fuchsia pink, which those are misleading because they're actually really good, a lot of them. But this is kind of that pale salmony pink that I love because it means that, the winemaker is kind of diligent in like extracting the juice and bringing those together versus just highly concentrating the wine and bringing a lot of color into it, which sometimes happens particularly in the New World. So on the nose, this reads to me very savory. This is the glass of wine that I want with my cute little summer salad because I'm wearing all white, so I can't risk eating anything that might fall on any part of my all white outfit because I'm kind of a mess. And if a shirt can be ruined, it's very likely that I'll be the one to ruin it. This is perfect, right? If I get a little bit of splash of this on me, my day's not ruined. Let's see what the palate's like. Ooh. Yeah, so this is muted fruit, but in the most beautiful way. Like this is the one that I can sip with dinner. I can sip with some cheese, with some charcuterie. I don't really know what you pregame with at barbecues while the food is still grilling, but a little bit of Tostitos. I wouldn't be mad at any of those items with this, or you could sip it by yourself. This is an absolutely delicious wine and another example of how you can pull grapes together that bring very, very different characteristics to the party, and they come together in the most beautiful way. So if you see Just Pink, get Just Pink and enjoy. All right, and last but not least in the New World, one of my absolute favorite producers in California. Steve and Jill Mathiasen are two of the most amazing people. You have seen him all over Psalm TV. You've seen the episode of Verticals. You saw him in the Psalm 2 film. And most recently, him and his amazing wife, Jill, did one of our blind tasting sessions. They are lovely people. What I love about New World wines, especially in America and California, is that it's limitless. If I think it might go together, it can go together. If I have a recipe for something that I know works, let me sprinkle a little bit of my magic in it and see how it goes. And that's what we have in this rosé. So in here, it's the classic GSM blend. So we've got Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvedre. And then we got a little Counois in it. Do you guys remember the first time I saw that grape and told you how much I struggled on how to pronounce a word that looks like Coinouis? Counois, right? Super good, but that's the bonus guest to the party. Don't you love it when like you plan to meet up with friends and then someone goes, oh, I'm bringing my friend from such and such that you've never met. And you're like, oh God, I don't know if I'm gonna like this friend. And then it's the best thing ever. Like you almost wanna swap the friend that brought them because they're so amazing. That's what in the blends that I've had, that's what Counois brings to the party. It's just a happy surprise that everyone is happy to welcome in. So this one, you see it's got a little bit of color on it, and honestly in GSM blends, particularly in rosés, that's what Syrah normally brings to the party. A little bit of time on those skins brings great concentration, beautiful, beautiful color to the wine. So I'm getting cherries, a little raspberry. Like this is the berry blend that I want to put in my smoothie post Peloton. Right? You guys know how I feel about my Peloton. But that's what I'm getting. So when you buy that mixed berry blend, because you don't always have time to go to the farmer's market and pick up 3 particular little baskets of fresh berries, so you go to Trader Joe's and get that mixed berry blend, that's what I'm getting on the nose here. There's a little bit of a sweeter herb, so not heavy like sage or any of those things, more of a chive or parsley, more chive. It's sweet on the nose, which I always think is beautiful. I think the combination of like a little fruit and a little herbaceousness is beautiful. And I think a lot of, I think that sometimes New World, particularly American rosés, get a bad rap that like we're trying to appeal to this sweeter palate. And that's not true. Like well-made wines are well-made wines. And all 3 of these are examples of wine that beautifully blend together, sweet and savory in the most beautiful and harmonious way. In the other 2, it was the acid that really, really jumped out to me. In this, it's the texture. This wine, and again, when you bring in other grapes, other varietals, they bring different things to the party. So this wine is the heaviest of the three that we've tasted so far, and I'm obsessed with it. I want to drink, will drink this entire bottle once we're done, because I like my wines with a little bit of body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. What can I say? And that's what we have here. This is a wine now that can stand up to your heavier cookout fare. You can have this with a rib. You can have this with a burger and all types of burgers. You can have it with a beef burger. You can have it with a turkey burger. You can have it with a nice grilled portobello. This is a beautiful, beautiful wine that I really think if you're having a later night soiree, maybe you're just having a dinner party outside, or maybe this is the wine that you welcome your guests with, because there's still a beautiful amount of acidity out in this that will really, really kind of wake the palate up and get people ready to drink. I generally am obsessed with Matthiasson wines, but this one is doing it for me. This is actually my first time having the rosé, and I'm now obsessed, right? So I hope that these three wines give you a really good example of not only just three great rosés to taste during this season, but the variety and the depth and the complexity that rosés can have, even at really great price points. If you take a picture of any of these wines, when we show that nice little picture on the side, hold it up to Vivino. You can find where it's available in your area. These are all great wines to try, and this is our New World presentation. So make sure you tune in next week for my episode of Weekly Wines. Until then, bye guys.